And check. All right. Welcome to today's flight. As you can clearly see, we are back into Japan with this very original livery. This is a, I guess for what I remember, it's a airline that was controlled by ANA, of course, or ANA, All Nippon, let's say, but it's not anymore. I don't even think that this exists. And but this plane that now fly with All Nippon, with the new livery. But yeah, we have this. We're gonna continue with that. Hi Arush, how are you? You only do super long flight. That's a very long flight. How it was. And this is the flight we're gonna do. It's a flight I wanted to do since long time. We're gonna go from Osaka. We are in the middle of Osaka. As you can see, we're not flying from Osaka in the very famous airport, island airport, let's say, Kansai. But we are basically in the middle of the city. And we are gonna go to Kagoshima, which is this airport, interesting city with an active volcano very close to it. It's an interesting flight, honestly. It's an interesting flight because we are gonna take off runway 34 left. Sorry, 32 left, I guess. Yeah. And the procedure is basically, maybe I can show you. I can show you from here. We're gonna see the procedure, of course, but it's basically, it's not really showing it. But yeah, it's basically toward the mountain here. So after takeoff, immediate turn to the left. It's quite a cool one over the city of Osaka. And then we're gonna overfly this interesting part of Japan, which I never did for now. I'm curious. And we are gonna approach Kagoshima from the south, so something like that. So we're gonna have probably a cool view on the volcano here, and on top of that, as you can see, we don't have meter at destination show, so we're gonna have to do basically use windy to have temperature, wind, and air pressure information. Okay, let's go. Very interesting jetway. I'm gonna just use stairs, I guess. So let me just drop them. Okay. Fenix. Doors and stairs. Okay. The only plane in which you can board it by stairs, even if, as you can see, it's kind of bugged at the moment. It's like super hard to. Okay. You have to do kind of a slalom to get into the plane, but at the end you can. Look at this custom livery. All Nippon stuff. Custom seats. As you know, classical Fenix stuff. Look at this. Okay. Into the cabin. Alright. So let's start everything. Classical A320. Yeah, we're flying the A320 twice in a row. Actually, we flew the A319 last time. But I really wanted to do this flight. It was a long time. I have to do it. And we flew in Europe last flight. So yeah, I want to alternate some exotic flights and some controlled or in a busy area, let's say. All right. What a sound. Let me lower it a bit for me. Okay, I guess it's fine for you. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Let's open Let's View here in the meantime. Dismiss this. We're not flying real time, of course. Load aircraft fast. Okay. close the cabin door. I guess it's pretty cold, right? No, 10 degrees. Okay. Okay, I guess it's just starting up. We will check about this smoke detect fault. Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, I guess so. It was just starting up. Okay, we're boarding the plane. Yeah, I think we can check the procedure now. Yeah, let's do it immediately. So, this is a very interesting procedure I was talking about. As you can see, snake shape. There is a 3,000 feet terrain elevation very close to the airport. So after takeoff, it's immediately turn to the left, basically. As you can see, you can exceed 4 miles from the runway, which means 2.1 DME from the India Tango Echo VOR. We're gonna have a GPS track, of course. Is the Tiger 2 departure transition Awashi. Very interesting. This is the flight plan, but we're gonna check it after. So yeah, interesting departure. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, thinking that this is a very busy airport. Yeah. Well, I don't actually know how busy it is nowadays, but still, very interesting departure in my opinion. Can I move this PC a little bit? Okay. Alright. 1015 the QNH, right? Yeah. Nice. So, FMC, which is not FMC. Init request. Not this. Flight number, All Nippon 1161. Of course, we are online on VATSIM. I don't think. Oh, well, I have to open VATSPy. Let's wait. Let me open it immediately. Okay. Not much control in Europe today. Yeah, there we go. This is us, which is also it's a Romeo GFK, the Kagoshima airport. Very interesting. All right, cost index 12. Cruise altitude 360. IRS align RF, confirm align. Wind request. Okay. 1228 is already set. (1015) here. Let me do something in case. Restore airline setting. You never know, but looks perfect. All right. Nice. Return. IRS align. We already did it. Yeah. Wind. It's done. I don't remember. Okay, let's do it again. I don't remember. Yeah, I know that I just did it, but I was thinking to other stuff. And okay, yeah. Whatever. So departure, we said the runway is 3 to left and is the Tiger 2 departure, transition Awaji, or whatever it's called. Insert. There we go. Okay, nice. Okay, plane is boarding. Check the surrounding. Look at this. We are in the middle of the city. Yeah, I guess that is downtown. Osaka is an extremely big city. I guess it's around 20 million of people living here, if I'm not wrong. Should be something around that. So it's an enormous city. Look at that. And we're gonna go to a very, very quiet part of Japan instead. It's not a long flight. It's gonna be probably 40-minute flight, something like that. Not short, but not as long. Initial climb. Yeah, 6,000. Okay, initial climb 6,000. Yeah, I want to wait to finish boarding before to calculate performance. 3 minutes for the IRS to be aligned. Yeah. Okay, let's wait the boarding to finish and then we are going to start APU and calculate our takeoff performance. Runway is 3 kilometers. Nothing too long. Yeah, we're gonna have to do an interesting taxi today. Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah. Oh my god, that's the music. Yeah, it's not an incredibly long runway. Yeah, in the Fenix nothing of this work, right? Not that it does really matter, of course, but yeah, but look at the detail anyway. Wow. Crazy detail. No, I'm touching something on the cabin. I guess. Yeah, probably. Yeah. These quick spots are... Yeah, this is not the best, of course, because if you are not paying attention, you're gonna click something on your cockpit. So the wall here is not really an obstacle. Yeah, pay attention. Should be almost done with the boarding. Yeah, 10 passenger. Let's go here. Let's check the door closing. Look at the sun. I want to see what happened here when we finish boarding. Oh, well, I can't. Oh, no, okay. Yeah. Should be happening. I mean, I can check it from here, of course. Okay. I'm gonna stop immediately the jetway that was about to connect. Alright, APU start. Let's go. APU starting. Performance calculation. Not here, but here. 3 to left, that's fine. Pax on. Okay, I was good enough to remember to switch the pax off in Florence. Imagine here. Okay, 145, 145, 148, flaps 2, down 0.3, flags 64. Great. And also, mass and balance. SEM to MCD. Okay, performance. Great, init, next page, great, nice. Then, performance here, flight plan here, and yeah, we're good to go. IRS are aligned, APU is starting. Yeah, we have to wait for the APU, and then we're gonna push back. I don't think we're gonna have any controller. Yeah, it's night in Japan, so every time we fly in Japan, it's pretty rare to have control. I had once, when I was flying, it was night here, so it was early morning in Japan. It was quite cool, honestly. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, APU is available. Great. Remove this, remove this. Yeah, I should have done. I should have disconnected the external power before, but whatever, it's fine. Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna push back like this. Start pushback. Okay. Okay, let's go. Beacon light. Transponder and starting number 1. Nice. No, not nice at all. Okay. If you bleed. Okay. Yeah, it's clear that I'm not flying too much the A320 in this period. Yeah, having the A300, the 73 now. I like to fly, you know, the Duke. I like to fly the TBM sometime. my flow are getting worse. This is photogrammetry city, by the way, which means that all you see here, it does exist in real life. It's not super high quality, but still pretty cool for a flight simulator. And yeah, of course, it's on a defined period of time, which means that I don't know how old is this photogrammetry, but maybe the city is changing. Probably the city is changing. I don't know if it's still the photogrammetry from 2020, so if it's like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Starting number 2. Parking brake. Volanta. Okay. Yeah, I was checking if I triggered touchdown. Look at this shape. This is high resolution terrain. Yeah. Yeah, when you shape like this from far, of course, now. Maybe also behind it's just too far to see, but if you get close to this stuff here, I'm quite sure it's gonna be extremely high quality. Okay, starting number 2. In the meantime, let me remove the company messages. Accept. Accept. Great. And the taxi, well, I can show you, it's not really complicated. I mean, we're gonna turn left and then straight ahead on, I mean, we're gonna get until Alpha, then Charlie, then Bravo, all the way down to Whiskey 1. We want to use all the runway even if we have a A320 because, first of all, it's not that long, again, it's 3,000 meter. It's long, but nothing incredible, honestly. And also, as I told you before, I shouldn't have opened that. Wait a second, let me fix it. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay, Fenix and Fenix. Yeah, let me fix the daytime because when you open it, still pretty unclear. 137. I mean, the time is, of course, functioning, but when you open it, when you open the daytime menu, it looks like steady. It's not. Just to let you know, but wait a sec. We have to do after start, of course. Flaps true. Okay. Arm this. Disengage this. Max. This is fine. Taxi light. APU bleed. I got disconnect from VATSIM. Never mind. Let's continue. I have no idea why. Maybe it's a server issue. It happened recently as well. Looks like we are. Okay, let me do it like this. No. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I was flying. I mean, I was in live in Europe, and we get disconnected. Okay, this. Okay, no, it's fine. That was a completely crazy moment for the VATSIM chat. Okay, let me do the intro. Nice. What? I have the cabin door open? Oh yeah. I have to turn. No, it's really. Yeah, I have to turn actually. Yeah, it's really weird. It's a default. It's a default scenery, of course. So taxi line are a little strange. Cabin not ready, of course. Takeoff config norm. Taxi light are on. APU is switching off. And to the left is Alpha. Some power, please. Okay. All right.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff.
Get me ready, I guess. Yeah. Oh well. It's incredible. With photogrammetry you can read on buildings. Some buildings. It's not, I mean, extreme, of course. As you can see, it's a little bit low quality, but yeah, considering this is a flight simulator, it's still pretty impressive. Okay, straight ahead here. This is runway 32 right, which is very short. Wow, it's 1,800 meters. Super short. Okay, I'm on idle. Are we good here? Wow, this is not. Oh, no, okay, yeah, it's correct. Slowing down a bit. Okay, we have to kind of cross a runway. Running turn off strobes. And let's expedite. Yeah, there is nobody around, but yeah, just to have a nice flow. Okay. Then, after the crossing, first to the left. And yeah, we're almost good to go. Okay. Out of here. Strobe auto, running turn off for now. It's always interesting because Volanta is telling you every time. Consider your ground speed, which is 25 knots now. How much would take to get to destination, and now it's 11 hours. It's beautiful to see that dropping right after departure. Yeah, this photogrammetry is a little bit random, of course. Probably it's quite plenty of buildings around here, so even photogrammetry. Oh, maybe it's just low quality photogrammetry, or even photogrammetry is struggling due to the high density. I don't know. This is kind of weird. Okay, this is whiskey 2. No, whiskey 1. And we are good to go. I remind you, immediate turn after departure. We have nice terrain in front of us. So yeah, that's the procedure. Direct Tiger. Wow, we can. Ooh, wow, we are in a. Yeah, okay. Direct Tiger and now watching in case. Slow down. And let's go, I guess. Yeah. Entering the runway. Landing light, takeoff light, running turn off, strobes light, everything is on, cabin is ready, flaps dropped. Takeoff config is positive. So let's go. Yeah, look at this. This is the terrain I'm speaking about, which is that mountain, I would say. It's almost 1,000 meters high, so yeah, I think we can call it mountain. Even in front of us, by the way, look at that. Pretty cool, I mean. Okay, let's go. Let's go. 50%. All right. Engine stable, brake release. Man flex SRS runway auto thrust blue. V1 rotate. Okay, positive rate, gear up. Oh wow, there was a. Oh, look at this, right on the middle of the city we are. Wow. And yeah, we have to turn. Look at the terrain right in front of us. I want to engage the autopilot to enjoy the area as always. Autopilot is on. Wow, look at this. Very cool departure. Running 3 to left, Osaka. International, not the island. The other one. And there we have runway 3 to left. Downtown there. All Osaka. Enormous city, of course. Wow. Lever climb. Thrust climb. I know I have to deal with flaps. Thrust climb set. Speed check flaps. 1. And flaps up. Okay. Wow. Very beautiful departure. Oh yeah. Very beautiful. Look at downtown. And now we're about to turn to the right. Okay, this can goes off, this can goes off. These are. Let's check this side. Ooh. Yeah, it was just the terrain that we had to avoid. And it's high quality terrain, as you can see. Probably the photogrammetry extend to this part of the mountain and make it very, very high resolution. Wow. Super cool departure. Let's go direct to Tiger now. Oh, we don't want to stop to climb, of course. Flight level 360 for today. If I'm not wrong. Oh, it's raining. Yeah, flight level 360.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is the port, I guess, of Osaka. Wow, look at this. This is a port, this is a port. It's not the best weather. Ah, we do have a meter in Kagoshima. Ah, maybe it's very old. Yeah, it's from 5 hours ago. Let me see from here. Wow. Where are we turning? Oh, we're going to. Okay, let's go direct to Amagi already. All right. Yeah. Continue climb. Landing lights off. Standard here. Terrain can goes off now. And we want weather radar on us. Okay. Cost index was 12. Yeah, nothing crazy. I always get very low cost index with the A320. Now we have Osaka disappearing below clouds. Yeah, it's quite cloudy honestly today. Okay. Zoom out. 10,000 feet. Acceleration. Done. We have crosswind at the moment. Quite a lot of crosswind actually. Okay, we can maintain this, I guess. It's just a straight flight to Spica. Yeah. Why is that long? Ah, okay, yeah, of course. Maybe we can go direct to Virud. Yeah, we'll see. Let's continue here. Yeah, because I don't see any. Yeah, it's the same fear. Kobe, probably. There's a landing in Osaka, by the way. Ah, we couldn't see the island airport. It's very close to us, actually. It's in front of us, but it's completely below clouds. It's kind of here. Yeah. No, it's impossible. It's impossible. I mean, we can go direct to Spica if we want. I'm gonna go not already. I'm gonna go direct to Sunny for now. And let's see. Yeah, very strong wind. Very strong wind. Continue climb. This is off. This is can be off. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have headwind a little bit probably. Even not that soft. Yeah, again, it's not a long flight at all, but yeah. So this in front of us is already an island, which I have no idea how it's called. Takushi? No, maybe not. Yeah, it's always terrible to use Volanta for names because, yeah. This is not an island, right? Nah. Wow, it is an island actually. It is an island. Yeah, I'm not an expert of Japan geography, but that is already that island there. Would be nice to have Google Earth in this case. Volanta is not enough. Yeah, we're very close to Sunny already. Let's go, I don't know, here for example. Okay. I remind you, we're gonna have a very interesting approach with a nice volcano to our left. Kagoshima volcano, which gives the name to the city and to the airport and to the area. Is this structure here is a very cool volcano. It's an active one, of course, pretty active. Japan, you know, it's full of volcanic activity. Look at this shape here is typical of volcano structure, and there's plenty of them. Look at this horse shape. This is a volcano for sure. So yeah, looking forward for the approach. Even if we are gonna have very strong wind apparently. Let me see. Oh wow, yeah. Expected is 100 knots of wind in cruise, average of course, but yeah, we're gonna have some nasty headwind today. I would expect a higher cost index from SimBrief in a case like this, but it's fine. I mean, it's not a long flight, so it's okay. It's completely fine. 0.78 and cruise 0.77. Okay, yeah. It's okay. Cool stuff, you know, cool stuff. We did it sometime. Cool stuff about flying a executive plane, like a Longitude or CJ4 citation of many kind actually. Citation X is that you can fly very high, and usually it's not always like that, but yeah, usually above 40,000 feet the wind used to drop, which is kind of sad. I mean, it's not sad because if you're flying executive, you can decide to stay lower. If you have a strong tailwind, you can decide to stay lower and gain a lot of ground speed, or you can go very high if you have headwind and avoid it. We did it sometime. I remember in France with the CJ4, and we had a drop like of 50 knots of wind. It was an incredible acceleration. But today we're not gonna go that high, of course. So yeah, unlucky. We should fly the Longitude sometime. The Longitude now is in Greece. Yeah, it's in Heraklion. I guess it's called in Greek. Ah, so the one before wasn't the island. No, we were overflying this. I can show you from Volant. We were overflying. I mean, it is still an island, but yeah, it's this one here. Now we are starting to overfly the big island, which is connected. Many of Japan islands are connected. One which is kind of surprising is of course the Sapporo area, which is not connected. You have to take a ferry boat to transfer your curve from one island to the other. And this island in front of us is kind of plenty of mountain stuff. Look at this, 5,000 feet. As you can clearly see it, honestly. Look at those mountains here. Very interesting. Okay. I'm gonna go direct to speaker now. No, wait, let's talk about arrival and then very briefly. And then we're gonna go direct to speaker. So this is the arrival indeed. Until CMATS. We have some altitude constraint. Maybe there is some terrain. It's always hard to get it from yeah, maybe from Navigraph, because I don't really like how Navigraph show terrain. And from ZMAF we have an ILS. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, great. 2000, actually 2500. Yeah, there is terrain, as you can see here. Pretty close also. Very close actually. So the volcano will be, yeah, it's not really visible from here, but will be here. Ah, it's called Sakurashima. Okay, I thought it was called Kagoshima. Yeah. So we're gonna see heat right in front of us when we are approaching, and then we're gonna turn and have it to our left. Yeah, the ILS is pretty basic. I'm not gonna spend time on the ILS, honestly. Okay, let's import everything here, because after this I want to check the so ILS Zulu running 34 is the Simase arrival via no via insert. Let's go to see speaker SEMA. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, great. Okay, yeah, again, we don't have a meter at destination, so oh, look at this wind. Incredible. Incredible headwind today. So we need to check, first of all I want to check the terrain, because I saw that we are gonna have some terrain on approach. Yeah, it's not clear here. It's gonna be something like that. Yeah, 6500 radar minima. Yeah, 1000 2000 here. Yeah, sure, we're gonna have some stuff. Very interesting, this volcanic structure here, which is pretty close to the airport, even closer than the Sakurashima volcano apparently. And okay, then we don't have a meter, so how do you do when you don't have it? You just use windy, basically. You can get all your weather information from wind. What happened? Okay. So, Kagoshima. The airport is around here. Okay, first of all, it's 9 degrees, pretty clear. So we're gonna write down 9 degrees. It's the temperature, of course. Let's check a little bit about clouds. We have many layering windy, as you know. I like to check visibility, which basically is visibility on ground. Oh boy. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see the volcano. Okay, the airport is here, which is in green area. So it means that it's not great. Okay, it's not bad. Wow. Wow. Yeah, there is some cloud here. Ah, there is fog. Oh god. Well, we have an ILS, but yeah. Yeah, not having the meter, I mean, everything is green in Japan, look at this. I mean, at least in this, I mean, basically, yeah, almost everything is green. So every single airport have VFR condition, even this one, in this area. So yeah, there is some weather actually approaching. Yeah, let's check about this then. So I assume that was clear skies, but apparently it's not. But anyway, it's okay. Now we need the actual local pressure, which is 1018. and wind, which is calm. Every time I don't have a meter, it's calm. Okay, wind is calm. Yeah, let's check about that weather situation. And wow, 120 knots of wind. That's a very strong headwind. So, how do we check that? Navigraph. Weather layer on. Let's check here. How is moving at least this stuff? It's moving toward. Okay, first of all, it's light precipitation. Yeah, we have this stuff here, which is moving very close to our airport. Okay, it's already after, I guess. Yeah. Now, okay, yeah, should be already after it. Okay, we shouldn't have much problem, honestly. About visibility, I'm quite optimistic on that. Speaking of which, let's go direct to speaker. Sorry, yeah, speaker. Okay. Wow, extremely strong headwind. Oh my god. We were quite unlucky, I have to say. Wind-wise. And also, let's see. I mean, I really hope to see the volcano, to be honest. Was one of the main reasons why I did this flight. Apparently there was some... I don't know if it's fog or it's just the storm that just passed. Which is here already, yeah. It's already passed. Maybe it was this stuff here. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Of course, this airport, I guess, doesn't have meter at the moment because it's night again in Japan at the moment. So not every airport have the meter active during night time. For example, Lhasa is one of those airports in which we flew so many times and we never had a meter available. Paro as well, which still we don't. Let me see this wing. It's gonna stay like this all the way to. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. So I don't know. Wow. I don't know why. In Simbrief was like average 97 knots, which is, I mean, it's quite clear that it's not. It's even rising. Yeah, as you can see, that after 40,000 feet, it start drop. Yeah, not much today, but wow, extremely strong wind. Oh my god, look at this, incredible. I mean, this is really fascinating. Yeah, there is a wind corridor from basically, center Sahara to Japan. No, not even to Japan. I mean, it's to Hawaii. Wow, very fascinating. Okay. Quite unlucky, not really for the win, but yeah, again, I think we get usually what I'm assuming is that Simbrief gives you a very low cost index. It really depends on the plane, honestly, but you are really low cost index if you're flying with tailwind, and a higher one if you're flying with headwind. But today we have a low one. Not that the A320 can do much more than this, speed wise, of course, but yeah. That was quite... Oh wow, it's gonna take so much to do this flight. Look at the crosswind position. But yeah. It's okay, man. Well, I mean, top of descent is in 90 miles, more or less. Yeah, we're going very slow. Ground speed 344. This is a rare ground speed for a liner, of course. For an A320, for sure. Let's see the other people around. Yeah, this guy is gonna have like speed of sound. Look at this. Lucky them. Wow! How this guy is going that fast? This guy's probably not using real weather because, yeah, 7.8, but 7.8 is not that fast. I mean, 100 knots of difference is quite a lot. Okay, this makes sense. Where is going this? Sydney, wow. What a flight. These guys are surfing an incredible strong wind. Tokyo. Yeah, today was the day to do Dubai Tokyo. In like 1 hour less than the usual. Yeah, maybe it's... I mean, I'm not an expert of the area at all. Maybe this is always like this. I don't know. But yeah, it's a very strong wind. 131 knots is a very strong wind. For sure. For sure. Yeah, it's gonna take probably 1 hour to do the flight. Oh yeah. I mean, never mind. Maybe we're gonna have a meter into... I mean, in Japan now... No, I think it's pretty late. Let me see the daylight line, where is... Yeah, no, it's pretty late still. There is a simple way here to see the current time. No, I don't think so. I don't think there is one. You can check maybe very recent departure. Yeah, probably it's around 4 AM in Japan. No, maybe not. Because there is this closing airport situation. For example, this guy here. It's on... Okay, just depart. Yeah, so it's 3 AM probably. Something like that. Let's see the ground speed of this guy here. Wow, look at this. Yeah. Yeah, even in real life, of course. I mean, look at those ground speed. And look at this. Super fast. 600 knots of tailwind. Oh, there is a land... Oh no, in Seoul, okay. Maybe it's a very typical situation, by the way. Again, I don't know. But yeah, it's super late still. Yeah, I'm gonna stay with those information. So we have 9 degrees, QNH 1018, and wind is calm at destination. ILS is already set. Destination data, I'm gonna wait for that, honestly, especially with this headwind that we are having here. Let's check a little bit this side view. Pretty high. Yeah, we can see some buildings below us. We are right close to the sea, right? Yeah. We are overflying the sea at the moment. The ocean. Pacific Ocean, actually. This one is the Pacific Ocean. Pretty laggy now. Oh wow, super laggy. Okay, now it's better. Was even Oh, it was more laggy in the cabin than the cockpit. For some reason. It's yeah. Okay. Yeah, now we are almost, yeah, not really done still. We passed half of the way of this big island here, which, yeah, we can check the name maybe. Yeah, I know that is really interesting, but yeah, I can check it from my iPad, so I'm gonna keep the plane view. I'm curious about the name of the island. Google Maps should be good enough to do it. The name of this island should be Shikoku, I guess. Yeah, should be Shikoku. The other one was Awaji, like the last waypoint of our departure. And we're gonna land in the Kyushu Island in Kagoshima. Again, it's an island, but it's connected by a bridge. There was an interesting fact about Kagoshima. Yeah, I don't know if it's visible on Navigator. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, from Sky Vector. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, in the past, this was an island. Classical volcanic stuff. I mean, this was an island, and then after an eruption, the volcano was able to connect with mainland. Mainland, not really, because this is again a very big island itself. As you can see here, there is just a bridge. And wow, look at those airports, by the way. Are they active? Okay, I want to check this. It was windy in the meantime. Maybe Dash 8 or ATR. I don't know if they use ATR around here. If flight radar 24 doesn't want to open, okay, fine. Not really, okay. So they are not. Maybe they're just general aviation flight. 2,000 feet. This is an interesting one as well. Yeah, on top of that, I'm only flying all Nippon. We have a nice bug. It should be interesting to check about other airline, for example here. Okay. From Fukuoka, Dash 8, by the way. ATR, okay, ATR. But this is not all Nippon. Oriental Air Bridge. This airport. 1,100 meter. Okay, I don't think they came here with A320. ATR. Yeah, you know that we have ATR, but yeah, it's kind of a strike. I mean, it's not impossible to use. Wow, look at those airports. Yeah, in my world tour I want to do, well, maybe I'm gonna skip Japan in the world tour. Even, I mean, except I don't even know if I will never get that far, but would it be more interesting to see North Korea? Sorry, not North Korea, South Korea, and then North Korea maybe? Not that we're gonna, yeah, the problem, wow, look at, this should be an incredible place, by the way. Look at this volcano. But this is the famous one, I guess. Yeah, I remember this one. The problem here is that this is China already. Is that there are no airport at all. So yeah, probably we're gonna have to do Japan, and then here will be very problematic. This is the Japan or not? Yeah, this is another Japanese island. For what I remember. Yeah, this is Japan. Yeah, many people don't know this, but this is still I mean, also because there is only one city, I guess. No, 2, 3. Okay. Let me see this. Wow. Okay, long but not impossible. There is this way also. This is a very interesting way to cross. Wow, 500 miles. What is this? What are those places? I guess this is already US, right? Wow, this is a very cool way to cross. Okay. Wow. And then you go. Then you're done. Wow, cool stuff. Very cool. Okay. Come on, we're almost... 30 miles. Yeah, we're almost at the top of this end. Come on. Descending 20,000 feet. Yeah. 30 miles to go. We're gonna start descending at 10 miles. Vertical speed as always. Yeah, that's the plan. 120 miles from the airport, but we have a very strong headwind, so we can delay our descent, of course. Yeah. Sorry, not we have to delay, but yeah, the MCDU is gonna calculate different descent path. Not that I love the Fenix vertical path, you know it. Again, I guess it's as I always say, is a problem with my MSFS 2024, because in 2020 was perfect basically. But here they still are struggling a little bit. Happened also in Rome a couple of days ago. All of a sudden we were like completely below the green dot, which means that we are below the vertical path, and all of a sudden the green dot went all the way down and we were very high. So yeah, not that I trust it at all. Oh yeah, I remind you, we're flying from Osaka to Kagoshima, A320 Fenix, and we are about to descend. In this windy day, 135 knots of wind right now. Tremendous wind. And as soon as we start descending, we're gonna have to set up some destination data, which we checked on Windy, not the the application this time, the website. And that's because we don't have a meter. Okay, top of descent appearing there. And as always, as I always do, we're gonna start descending in vertical speed. The reason why I use vertical speed is mainly because I'm used to VATSIM. So yeah, you have to know first of all that when we start using, I mean, I wasn't using any sim except MSFS X, I discover, because I checked my old hard disk, hard drive. I was convinced that I was flying back in the 2008, 2009. I was flying MSFS 20, MSFS 04, whatever it's called, 2004. But yeah, no, it was MSFS X that I was using. I don't even remember why I'm saying this. Ah, yeah, because yeah, I never use any sim after MSFS X. I never do simulation for long years. So, long story short, when we start using the, new MSFS 2020, there was no plane able to do VNAV stuff. But even when when I get some play PMDG 737, Phoenix, able to do it. When you're flying on VATSIM with a controller, most of the time is not really helpful. Because, I mean, you can report that you are at top of descent, of course. But yeah, many times controller is gonna give you some shortcut. Let's say it's pretty helpful if the controller is gonna say you, okay, descend according to the procedure until Spica, for example, today. But that's extremely rare in my experience. And I have almost 2,000 hours on VATSIM. But yeah, it's extremely rare that a controller. I mean, it happened, but very, very rare. Most of the time it's just, okay, Nippon 1161, descend, fly level 200. No matter where your top of descent is. And you have to descend. And usually I descend in vertical speed. Of course. Okay. Then. Performance. Next. QNH 1018. 9 degrees. Wind is calm. Okay. Radial altimeter. We have a barometric, I guess, today because it's not a category 2 or 3 ILS. So it's 1059. And that's it. Great. We need okay, destination, I mean runway destination is 3000 meter. I'm gonna calculate performance. I'm gonna do it right now. So we are 63.2 tons. Okay, this is fine. Ah, yeah, we don't have meter, yeah, of course. No. No. 1018. 63.6 was? Yeah. Okay, auto brake low is fine. We're gonna be lighter than this, of course. So it's already fine. Vertical path starting to catch us. In this case, speed on me 270. Increase in descent rate. And we're finally getting out of this strong wind, hopefully. Yeah, the destination looks cloudy. We will see. We can descend until 10,000 feet now. We do have a constraint, as you can see here, of 10,000 feet at Spica. As always, if you have any question, feel free to ask. Okay. Oh wow, we have to descend first of all. Yeah, usually I use vertical speed in the initial part of the descent and then open descent in the A320 or fly level change. Let's say speed mode. So speed priority. Down we go. Okay. Yeah, terrain on me. Wow, it's full of constraint. Yeah, I'm not gonna give myself any direct from now. It's gonna be strange because our ground speed is not gonna change that much during the descent due to the wind, which is gonna reduce instead. Okay. Trying to catching the vertical path back. We have space to do it. Okay, now we're catching it. Yeah, now we're catching it. Pretty fast also. Look at this. the ground speed is basically stable. Okay. All right. Yeah, don't pay much attention to the green dot when you are descending. Try to not be below. I mean, what you really have to be aware is, are the constraints, of course. So don't be below 10,000 feet before speaker, which is not gonna happen now. We're too high anyway. Okay. This is already the island, which I can't remember the name, but maybe I have it here. No, okay, never mind. The island in which it's our destination airport present, which is Kagoshima again. Okay, reduce descending speed. Let's check VATSIM as well, sometime. Okay. Yeah, this guy is clearly not flying with real weather, which is kind of prohibited on VATSIM. Now it doesn't really... Ooh, what? Ah, okay, it's a Concorde. I saw 533 knots of ground speed with a normal plane would be a tailwind situation. Okay, this is a Concorde, so makes sense, of course. This is not a Concorde, right? No. Yeah, I don't even think it's possible because we were doing 340 knots, so it's a 130 knots more than us, and then it's not that. I guess the cruise speed of 7.8 is maximum 0.85, something like that, I guess. So, but yeah, long story short, you can't fly on VATSIM with different weather because would be quite of a problem. That's kind of obvious. You're gonna have different wind condition on the runway. Okay, descending 10,000 feet. We are right on the vertical path, which you never know if it's correct with the Fenix. Yeah, we're 60 miles from the airport. Okay, it's fine. 20,000 feet, 60 miles, it's okay. We have the turn to do and everything. It's also considering this speed constraint of 230 knots. Yeah. No, I close wind, never mind. Yeah, Concorde definitely doesn't have problem of wind because they fly so high. I don't even think there is wind above there. Where is going this Concorde? Okay. Yeah, Concorde used to cruise around 55 to 60 thousand feet. So way higher than any other plane. Which is incredible to pressurize a cabin at that altitude. But yeah, Concorde is incredible. It's a piece of no sense engineering. Just, yeah, a miracle probably. Insane engineering. Okay. We're overland. Okay, just be aware of the constraint. 10,000 feet ahead of us. Okay, transition altitude should be... No, we're gonna have a warning, of course, when it's time. Let me adjust the... QNH. You know that we don't have a preset like in the 737. This is something I really don't get from Airbus. I mean, they did, of course, the preset on the A350, on the A380. Well, first on the A380 and then on the A350. But yeah, that's I mean, a company like Airbus, which was so ahead in technology-wise compared to Boeing when they produced the A320. Yeah, not thinking about this, and also this stuff is incredible. I mean, which is kind of, I mean, some people say, okay, they forgot about the compass. Not really, because if you check the A300, it's the same thing. So the compass like deploy like this. So they knew it, I mean, before producing the A320. And they did it as well. And also the ATR that you know is basically produced by Airbus. It does have the compass that deploy. It's not like steady. But yeah, whatever. I mean, technology-wise, the A320 is just, you know, incredible machine. And all the Airbus. Look at this. Okay, descent 6,000. Super boring to operate, but that was... I mean, that makes sense if you have to fly in real life. You know, I always say, I mean, yeah, okay, Airbus is super cool, A320, yeah, auto trim, you have the auto throttle until the basically 50 feet. You can, I mean, you have, you don't have to deal with the electrical, you don't have to deal with hydraulic, with the air conditioning system, pressurizing system. You have to do nothing basically, which is super cool. But yeah. Then, for me, flying the A737 is way more enjoyable. I think 737 is the perfect, for me at least, the perfect balance between. I mean, it's the right workload. Because, for example, maybe it's also they are kind of plane that I didn't fly so much. The CRJ. The Aurora J is a plane that really consumes your energy. It's really easy to make something wrong. The CRJ on top of any other in my and liner wise at least, because CRJs have this stuff of having the engine above the wing. So first of all, it does have a very similar philosophy as Boeing. So you have to you have to set the hydraulic, electrical. Yeah, you have to do something about the electrical as well. You don't really have to set the not like in a Boeing, but you have to deal with some switch about the air conditioning system and pressurizing. But the point of the CRJ is that it doesn't have auto throttle. So on top of that, you don't have auto throttle. And you have this very strange behavior when you are approaching it. If you add power, the plane is gonna pitch down. Completely the contrary of not any other airline, because there are other one, of course, but yeah, of a 737. And if you reduce power, the plane is gonna pitch up. So if you're flying it as a pilot every day, you're used to it. But if you're switching from, playing every single day, it's really hard. It's really hard to operate. I mean, not too hard, but yeah. Okay. Let's say 250 knots. We can reduce our vertical speed apparently, which we're gonna do. Arm this. Auto brake is already armed. Yeah, let's continue. Okay, let me do a proper deceleration. Look at this. We lost basically 30 knots of ground speed from the start of the descent. Again, this is due of the of the strong wind we had on cruise today. And there we have already the very famous volcano in front of Kagoshima, which apparently is called Sakurashima. There we have it. Incredible. This is an incredible place, in my opinion. Open descent. Open descent and descent 4010. Okay. Is this one here Kagoshima? No, sorry, Sakurashima volcano. And Kagoshima is right in front of it, so it's right there. We are losing the vertical path, I can see it. Speed brakes. Wow, what's that? Ah, okay, yeah, that's the volcanic area. What the fuck, why am I... Ah, yeah, well, I reset it. Yeah, it's this area here. Very interesting, apparently. Is this stuff. Very shy today, behind clouds, but... Yeah, it's this stuff here. Wow, look at that. Super interesting place. Volcanic place, at least. Wow. Yeah, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting, but we have to focus a little bit. And okay, speed braking, I guess. Speed 230 knots. Approach is okay, activate approach. Approach is armed. After Cheles or Silis, or whatever it's called in Japanese, descend 3300. Zoom in. Now 3300 set. Interception 2500. Go around 5000. And wait a sec. Yeah, this is Kagoshima. This is Sakurashima volcano. Okay, 3500 set. Sorry, 3300 set. Yeah, look at this. You just saw the green dot dropping down. That's what I was talking about. We need for sure speed brake. No, I don't. I'm not using Sky Vector. It's right here, man. I was just checking something on Sky Vector because Navigraph is really bad to see terrain. Yeah, I don't know about the subscribe only mode, but yeah, that's because otherwise you have some very strange people sometime. Voila, look at the terrain, how close it is here. And now I'm doing exactly what you shouldn't do. Distracting. Continue descent. I wanted to check the terrain. Wow, look at this. There is a beach here as well. Wow. And there, Sakurashima volcano. Wow. We forgot about some lights, I guess, today. Okay. Ooh. Why are we losing speed? Wow. Okay. Speed of man. Wow, that was very interesting. And localizer. Wow, 7 miles. What? Speed check flaps. 1. Wait a sec, what? Okay. Slow down. Approach. Flaps 2. Speed check. Gear down. What a place, look at the behind. Yeah, everything's super funny, but are we gonna be able to land? Yeah, I didn't expect 7 miles. Okay, okay, speed check, probably yes. Flaps 3. Look at that, Sakurashima, wow. Very beautiful. And, okay, yeah. Speed check flaps full. Oh my god, look at this side as well. Pretty epic area. Wow. As always, cooler than expected. Yeah. Sit down. Very cool. Honestly, very cool. Okay, in case of go around, immediate turn to the left. Nice. Let's go. Last check outside, very quickly. Incredible. This stuff is incredible. And also Sakurashima. Very cool. Let's go. Autopilot off. Alright. Wind is calm, so we shouldn't be struggling that much. You never know, of course, but
1,000.
very
500.
okay. I want to go a little lower than
100
this.
above.
Not too much. Okay.
Minimum
Continue.
100.
Okay.
50. 40. 30. Retard.
Ooh. Okay, it's fine. Touchdown, reverse. Okay, reversing. Manual braking. Yeah, I wanted to, because I used to hard land the A320 recently, but I wanted to land it a little more smooth today, so I pulled just a little more, and that was enough to make the plane float a bit. But it's okay, I mean, it's completely fine. APU. Start. Yeah, as always, the puppy, the glide are not that accurate at all. I suggested to use your eyes mainly when you're approaching in MSFS. At some point, just use your visual skills. Okay. Let's stop here 1 sec. Parking brake. I was. Okay, at least we buttered the landing. So the intention was efficient. Okay. Landing light, taxi light, right turn off. Strobe lights off. You know, yeah. Doing a smooth landing is always cool, but be aware about the floating, of course. I usually don't really like to butter. I prefer to land around 300 feet per minute off. A little earlier. It really depends, of course. Today we had a lot of tolerance because we were quite okay with auto brake low. You can always max manual, so you can always manually braking, and you're gonna stop in really short land. Oh yeah, it really depends. If you have a 4,000 meter runway ahead of you, you can float. Otherwise, you never know. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't know why oh wow, look at this is Sakurashima. And here, yeah, it's super close, this volcano stuff. Again, Sakurashima is for sure an active one. Probably even this stuff here, especially this peak. Okay, let's go to the first one. Why not? Taxi light off. There we go. Welcome to Kagoshima International Airport. There we go. Slow down. Okay. Ghost jetway connecting as always. Engine off. Okay, deboard. Come on. It's lagging now all of a sudden for some reason. Deboard. APU. Sorry, external power. Beacon lights off. Seat belts. Alright. Here we are. That was cool. I mean, especially the approach was cooler than expected, to be honest. I thought the volcano was... What the fuck? Was farther than that. Okay, they opened the door finally. And the classic jump. Ole. We don't have stairs today, so. Alright. So this is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like, subscribe. And yeah, I wish you a very nice evening. And see you next.